The abandoned road. The night was thick with fog, a suffocating blanket that clung to the trees, obscuring the path ahead. My headlights cut through the mist, casting eerie shadows on the abandoned road. It was a shortcut I had never taken before, whispered about in hushed tones by locals as a place of dark history and restless spirits. I gripped the steering wheel, knuckles white, as unease settled in the pit of my stomach. The air seemed charged with an electric tension, like the calm before a storm. The wind whispered secrets, carrying distant echoes of ghostly laughter. Suddenly the engine sputtered and my heart lurched in my chest. The car coughed, then fell silent. Panic surged through me and I tried the ignition again to no avail. My breaths came fast and shallow, mingling with the oppressive silence. I glanced around, my eyes catching a faded signpost, barely visible through the fog. It read, Whispering Pines Road. The name sent a shiver down my spine, for it was said that the pines whispered secrets old as time, to those who dared to listen. With no other choice, I stepped out into the mist, the ground damp beneath my shoes. The forest seemed to close in around me, the trees like ancient sentinels, their twisted branches reaching out to grab at my fleeting sanity. As I walked, the fog grew thicker, and my surroundings transformed into an otherworldly realm. Shadows danced at the periphery of my vision, and strange, distant sounds echoed through the trees. It was as though the very forest itself was alive, pulsating with an ancient, malevolent energy. I quickened my pace, my footsteps echoing in the stillness. Then, through the mist, I saw it, an old, dilapidated mansion, its once grand facade now a crumbling relic of forgotten years. It stood solitary, a sentinel of the past, surrounded by the twisted embrace of the pines. I hesitated, but the cold tendrils of the night urged me forward. With each step, the mansion loomed larger, its dark windows like hollow eyes, watching my approach. The air grew colder, and a sense of dread settled deep within me. I pushed open the creaking door, revealing a cavernous hall, its walls lined with faded portraits and tattered tapestries. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the floorboards groaned beneath my weight. It was a place of forgotten memories and lost souls. I explored room after room, each one a tableau of forgotten lives. Shadows flitted in the corners of my vision, and distant whispers seemed to beckon me further into the heart of the mansion. I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, of being an intruder in a realm that should have remained undisturbed. And then in the darkest recesses of the mansion I found it, a room cloaked in darkness, its door ajar. I pushed it open, revealing a chamber untouched by time. The air was heavy with the scent of roses, their petals long withered, their thorns sharp as daggers. In the center of the room stood a mirror, its glass dark and foreboding. As I gazed into it, my reflection seemed to blur and shift, the face staring back at me twisted in a rictus of terror. In that moment, I knew I was not alone. A chill surged through the room and I turned, but there was nothing there, only the oppressive silence, broken only by the distant, haunting echoes of laughter. It was a laughter that echoed through time, a cruel reminder of the souls that had walked these halls before me. As I fled the mansion, the fog seemed to part, revealing the road beyond. My car sat there, silent and still, as though it had never faltered. Without looking back, I started the engine and sped away, leaving behind the mansion and its secrets, vowing never to return to that forsaken road. But even now, as I write this, I can't shake the feeling that the whispers of the pines and the echoes of that haunted laughter still linger, forever etched into the fabric of that accursed road.